Hello, welcome to World Ballet Day. My name is Nikolai Hube, and today we are live from the Royal Danish Ballet. This is one of the oldest studios at the Royal Theatre in Copenhagen, and this is where Auguste Bournonville choreographed his very famous, infamous ballet Napoli. And we actually in a rehearsal with myself, Sorella England, and our two principal dancers, Holly Dorker and Jonathan Schmelinski. And they are they're learning the roles of Gennaro and Teresina. This is the first act of Napoli. And what is significant about this very dance is that they do exactly the same steps. Usually the male dancer and the female ballerina will have the female ballerina will have her toe work, and the male dancer will have all the jumps. But here there's what should we call it? Bournonville was a firm believer in equality of the sexes. So here they're actually demonstrating that the choreography and the steps are very much the same for both the man and the woman.
Adam Dreyer would like to know if the dancers are taught any other dance styles like ballroom dances.
Ballroom at the school, actually, we do have ballroom dances, and I think that Holly Dorker, when she was a kid, was also taught ballroom dancing. I'm not sure if Jonathan was, but at the Royal Danish Ballet School, we have ballroom dances. It's not something that is taught throughout the year, but we do teach. There's a certain time a year that is devoted to ballroom dancing, where the kids will have that. Yes.
And so Linda Andersen would like to know what kind of prior knowledge she needs if she wants to go see a ballet.
Actually, I don't think you need any prior knowledge to go see a ballet. There are certain ballets that might be better for a first goer, for a first comer to the theater. Actually, something like Napoli is not a bad idea, because it's a narrative, it has a story, it's easy to follow, there's a lot of dancing, there's a lot of characters that are easily read, easily understood from the audience point of view. There are also something like, I would say any big narrative ballet would probably be a good start to go see ballet for the first time.
What are we watching?
We're watching right here. We're watching it's in the middle of the first act. There's a huge group dance, and in the middle of the group dance, Teresina and Gennaro had a little pas de deux, a little intermezzo for the little couple that sort of concludes this group dance. leg you turn on? Boom, boom, step tombé. Okay, I mean that's what I remember.
Because then there's also space for her.
Yeah, for her. Exactly. If that's it, then she's closet.
And Connie.
No. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then it goes down again.
Mark it just for your brain.
Yeah.
It's the Jonathan has actually danced this before, but Holly has never danced the role of Teresina, and they actually just learned the steps live this minute. Well, Ballet Day.
Yeah, sorry. My loves. Kan du spille en gang til?
You don't look at all the leads anymore, right? But it has that. If you think about that, your chest does this.
And when you think that it's here, it probably
It eventually
ends up
goes again. It's true.
And then where I got stuck.
So the back sounds.
Jump.
So Marie Smith would like to know what makes Bournonville such a different tradition.
The Bournonville tradition is different in the sense that in Russia that time you had the ballerina and her male partner. Her male partner was basically invented in order to support her and to lift her and to be the subject of of the heroine's affection. Where Bournonville sets the man and the woman much more equal. It's usually always about, like here, Teresina Gennaro, La Sylphide and James, so on and so forth, in all of the Bournonville ballets. The man dances equally as much as the woman, and that is for that time, the 17th century, it is quite special, because both in France and in Russia, where ballet was at its height, and in Denmark, in Russia and France, it was the ballerina that reigned, and in Denmark it was as much the male dancer. So in that respect, it was, I guess, a more modern way of seeing the sexes, and also maybe of telling the whatever story, because I think the romanticism in each of these three countries is the same. Then there's also the thing that Bournonville jumps a lot more. He's much more relatable to the French school that jumps a lot, has a lot of petit batterie. It's what Her Majesty the Queen of Denmark calls knitting with your feet, knitting with your legs. Where in Russia, it's a completely different jump. It's a very heavy jump, and the ballerina is much more on toe, where the Bournonville ballerina is much more in the air.
Can we see some knitting with the feet?
Maybe we can see some knitting with the feet. Jonathan?
Yes.
Can I just borrow you for a second? And you do, whatever you want. Like, and maybe a missing. Yeah, and maybe like, small movements that always sort of entertain the eye.
Skal vi prøve?
You know what? Instead of thinking legs, the sexualizes, if you think that this part and this does. Without like doing this, but just going, prolonging, you get that. You get that up and over, which is so beautiful. And it actually takes all the away from the. It becomes much like you know when you have your fingers on a little drum.
And I know that everything starts from the legs, but I think actually it starts from the center.
Exactly.
So when I go this one, I go.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not only
Like you had a little balloon in here.
that it's the wish to move starts from.
Boing, boing, boing. And then the roulement it completely gives itself. You don't even have to think about it.
It was something this one that you had brown arms. I think you went right away. Don't you do the first time?
Yes. It's from I believe it's
Right.
it's from this. Okay.
Hvordan gør du, Nicolai?
Jamen det er fordi jeg tror hun laver. Nå, for den der.
Armen.
Hvordan er det?
It's after the game. There's some
Altså hun
big.
blev. Barbie.
Ja, but before that, this song, the arms.
Second.
And now the arms. Right. Okay.
Come on.
Yes.
Thank you.
Each time. So let's hear it one more time. Lungs.
See both, and then you almost push me a little bit. Yes. That it has that like, you know what I mean? Like it's a stylistic, it's a balletic embrace. You understand? Like a you understand that there's some kind of magnetism. Understand? So it's not so much pretty pose, but like.
And because it's Napoli and it's Italy, when you do your turn, boom, boom, you open your arms to say, wow. And that.
Sorry.
Open, shut.
There's one thing about the saut fast, because you have to finish it and you have to get on. And usually, if it's faster, I would say step saut fast, step saut fast. Here you have to hold the horses a little bit. Da ya da da di da ya da da. We still have to see and because otherwise you'll end up having so much weight going that way. Do you know what I mean? So you see, like, it's actually nice to have a via station. A via station, you understand? Yes. That we see and.
And then the last one you stay.
Yeah. Exactly. It makes life easier.
Nicola,
Yeah.
which ballet is the most demanding physically?
Most demanding physically is if you are 50 years old and you're still trying to do the Bagarole in Napoli. Yeah? No, which ballet is the most demanding physically? Oh, there's so many. I would say Giselle, second act. Actually, there's a divertissement in La Sylphie, the second act by Bournonville. It's your heart rate comes up. There's a ballet by Jerome Robbins called Opus 19, The Dreamer, where you basically dance for 30 minutes non-stop. I think it also depends on where your fortitude is as a dancer. What's easy for you, what's hard for you. But I would say something that goes on and on and on and on. That must be physically demanding.
Can we talk about miming?
We can talk about miming.
When people say that
Look.
maybe that you also see the world is both here and there, so you see here and here. But it's huge storm coming. So we really realize that it's not just a little wind. And when you say, it's not possible. No, not to the sea. He knows the sea. Let's stay overnight. Okay.
Paul. Now that we're talking about mime, I don't want it to be, this is after all real ballet. But once you've whispered, rather than being, you are still a street girl from the harbor, and you are beautiful. You know how stunning you are. So once you whisper, I don't know what you whisper, that is up to you. But once you whisper, then maybe is there a little bit of, how, can you say no to this? Do you know what I mean? A little bit, it's like Darwin said, a little bit of sex goes a long way. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Don't be too demure. Why else would he use who you are? Huh?
So what do you say?
Yeah, okay.
That's maybe a little too coquettish.
Yeah.
I would, yes, exactly. I would.
A little man.
You are who you are.
I feel very a little man right now.
If you make a sentence in your head,
When I say about the weather, she asks me, I
What do you
look
say?
out and I say,
It's basically, yeah, you see the clouds, and especially up there because the bay goes into the ocean right there. Or the harbor goes into the bay.
Okay, damn it.
So this way, I mean, the more you can give that you really see the black clouds. No, there's going to be a huge storm out there, and they say, and you have to be quite forceful, because otherwise, why would she go? But so you say, no, can't be, and then she can come to you.
So what do you say?
That was good.
Yeah.
Okay, you can watch more behind the scenes actions by searching at #World Ballet Day on Facebook. It's been nice to connect with you.